many people, unfortunately, have had to cancel their vacation plans because of gas prices and just really how everything from food to lodging has increased in price. So joining us right now is Brian Brody. He is an outdoor adventure expert and survival expert. He's here to show us how to have an adventure in your own backyard and do a staycation. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lauren. And it's interesting you said, how are you going to take care of lodging and food? And when you have little kids, that's all they want to do.
Exactly.
It seems like all they want to do is sleep and eat. So I think you and I have dialed this up perfectly for this morning.
I love this. And like I had mentioned, it's expensive right now to go on vacation anywhere, no matter if you're maybe headed just across state lines or if you're planning on going a little bit further. What do you recommend for people that plan to do the staycations, maybe do something fun in the backyard?
Well, Lauren, that's the point. Do something fun in the backyard. When you sleep out under the stars, it compels you to learn how to think on your feet. And with a family my size, we love that they become more filled with grit when they stay in contact with the ground. So we pitch a tent, we camp out in the backyard, and hopefully teach them, right? Because adventure is all about impromptu occurrences. Hopefully teach them to think on their feet. And there are four things, Lauren, like you said, lodging and food, but to keep them comfortable, we have Zen Bivvies, which is the sleeping, I even hate to call it a sleeping bag, but it's a sleeping system, has a pad, a pillow, a bag. They're in the tent, they're nice and comfortable. When you talk about food, I use from Nutrient Survival, I brought some of this. I don't know if you can see, Lauren, but they make all kinds of food. Everyone in the family can find their favorite. And with Nutrient Survival, I say all the time that when you got to eat on the run, you can't be running on empty. You need the nutrients to be able to do that, and the kids love it. And then, of course, Lauren, as you know, you can't entice them in the outside. So I brought this from Firebugs. It's the new modern way of making s'mores. You roast your marshmallows, right? Yeah, and then they make them with hamburgers, these little sacks. You can do hot dogs, and each kid has their own little setup like this. It telescopes, Lauren, so that when it comes time for them to cook in the fire, they're ready to go. And then, of course, I would always recommend you bring like a magnifying glass, a compass, because you want to encourage the kids to have a blast when they're outside. Yeah. Because even with the weather forecast that we just heard, you never can tell when there's going to be an emergency situation.
Right.
And a staycation is the perfect way to teach them how to handle whatever Mother Nature throws at you.
I love that. We used to just have to go get sticks in the backyard. Now they got all the fancy
right?
stuff.
Right? My parents used to say, let's let the backyard babysit them.
There you go. I like that. I like the way your parents think. Hey, Brian, thank you so much. We ran out of time, but we appreciate you taking the time and chatting with us today.
Not at all. All right, Lauren, have a great weekend.